Hi, welcome. This is my first video for YouTube and I wanted to show you my new Canon 7D. I just got it today from Infinity, the online eBay shop. I was a bit dubious because it was coming from China, but I read a few reviews on forums and they seemed okay, so I thought I'd go for it because the price of it was the same price as a second-hand camera. So I thought I'll take the gamble because with a second-hand camera I'm not going to get any warranty anyways. So with that, I got this for $5.40 and this for £100. The battery grip. It came wrapped in a single layer of bubble wrap and in a FedEx bag, and I thought, oh, that's a bit. But you know, the box only suffered a little minor crumple here. Apart from that, it looks all right. It looks like it's been treated quite well. Seeing it's come all that way. And regards to the Infinity shop, I bought it on a Friday, and it said expected delivery Thursday. I actually got it on a Tuesday. 3 days and over a weekend. It could be the protests in China at the moment. I don't know, but it got here super fast and quicker than they said on the app on the eBay. They hadn't even put it as shipped yet. So yeah, let's get into it. I put the battery on charge overnight. Came with CDs, manuals. I haven't had a chance to install them yet. And one thing I was impressed with, it did come with a UK charger plug. Not wrapped in polystyrene, but the manual is all English as well, so they have gone the extra mile. This is the camera, 7D. Smells good. Smells new. Doesn't smell like it's Chinese. It came with all the wrappings. Had a little look at them already. Came with a strap, battery, PC cable. Looking a lot of sound. So I'll get them out of the box. Right. Got a twister. Right. So they're all out of the box. I've recently gone from a 50D. And this camera does feel a bit more substantial. I was having a quick play with all the settings. And they seem pretty customizable. I'm looking forward to having a good go with this. I'm looking forward to doing a bit of video, so I would like to do some YouTube. I will order some protective covers. They're a must, I think, because I do a lot of outdoor photography, I do a lot of wildlife. Can get a little bit rough. The viewfinder is nice and big and bright. The on and off button's in a much nicer place now. It's at the top, and all the buttons are on the side. It's what I did find on my 50D. So when you had the battery grip on the bottom, the buttons are at the bottom, and when you took the battery grip off and you had the camera by your waist, these buttons would get pressed. It was often quite a pain in the arse to flick the on and off switch down here, but this is a nice easy place. It can't get knocked. It doesn't have a lockable feature here, but still I don't find that's too much of an issue. One thing I was hoping with the custom functions is that you could, with the manual function here, you could select all the autofocus settings in the custom function 3, but you can't, but I'm sure I'll live with it. At the moment it's set on the standard FEL lock, but I don't really do too much flash, so I'm going to have a look to see what else I can put that on. All the buttons seem in a pretty normal place. Yeah, I'll stick a lens on it and see what happens. This is a video test of the audio quality of my 7D. Hi, now I've got the lens attached. This is my Sigma 10-20 f3.5. Feels quite a substantial bit of kit. I like how it feels. The focusing is nice. It's nice and quick. And the shutter still goes really well. It's really quick compared to a 50D. The viewfinder is nice and bright. It's nice and big. It's a lot bigger. Which I find that, I came from Olympus 4/3 system, and the viewfinder was tiny. Not a micro 4/3, the old Olympus E system, and I just didn't like it. I couldn't get any manual focus shots with it, so hence I changed to Canon. The better choice. Nikon shooters, I'm joking. Keep calm, it's alright. I had a quick play in video mode, and that's nice and easy. I'm looking forward to shooting that. And I want to have a look at see what the audio quality is like. It's nice and easy button to get to. This new manual function button is going to take some getting used to, I think. I keep trying to find it. I haven't quite got to grips where that button is yet. Yeah, I've set up all the manual function controls that I'd like. On the quick menu, I've put the autofocus drive. There's my list of quick stuff. On my menu button. The only thing I would say is I do a lot of wildlife, so I like to shoot raw all the time. This raw JPEG button is a good feature, but at the moment I've got it set in raw, so when I press that, it puts on large fine JPEG. Well, with that, its burst mode is going to be reduced. I mean, it would be great for sports if you're shooting JPEG. You know, you're shooting off a lot of sports, and then you want to get a few high quality portraits in there if the players are standing still. Then you switch that and you can get a couple of RAWs in there. It doesn't switch. It's a shame it doesn't switch from JPEG straight to RAW, where it does it simultaneously. That's just my only little gripe there. But still, it's much better than having to go flick through the files that I used to. I've also press the set button in the middle, and that's what I had on my 50D. You can switch easily between RAW and JPEG quality there, just by pressing that set button. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to shooting some wildlife with this and see what the shots come out with. I've had a bit of a play in this room here at ISO 1600, which is quite high anyways. It has got quite a little bit of noise. I'll have to do a side-by-side test with my 50D to see where the comparison is. Obviously, if it's dark room, you know, it's going to have a little bit more noise. So I have to try and test in similar environments. Obviously, that's without any post-processing, and that's on the back of the camera. I mean, I had shots at 1600, and I do remember being more noise on my 50D. So I am really looking forward to doing a field test with this. I do have my battery grip here, so I'll show you that. There we go. Out comes the packaging. I do need to get a second battery for this. Lots of packaging. I mean, this is supposed to be, the reason why I went with the Canon owned brand one is because it's supposed to be weather sealed as well. But I noticed on the battery flap, it has this little rubber gasket, that when you take that off, it doesn't have it anymore. And then you put this on, so I'm a bit confused about that. Yeah, the rest of this has got weather sealing around the compartment here, so whether they think that water shouldn't ingress too much around here. I mean, it's only weather resistant really, it's not going to be fully waterproof, apart from which Digital Rev did do. They froze it in ice. That's another reason why I went for this camera. It's tough. I want a camera that's tough. So the battery grip does feel wider than the 50D, and this button is quite a little, the shut button's a little bit small. But again, you've got AF on, your exposure lock, and your focus button here. So you can change between the focus points. Got your on-off switch at the top. Quite a nice feeling door, that. Feels quite solid, doesn't feel loose like the 50D one. Got your 6 battery compartment for rechargeable batteries if you're stuck, or you have to buy one, good for travelling. Right, let's put it on. Now on the 50D, you just pulled it off here, you've got a little flap. Get it out, there we go, without breaking it. Look at that. Tiny little flap, that. Quite hard to do as well. Quite like that, so it can't come off in an accident. But like I said here, it's got a little gasket around it. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it. Where the battery grip just doesn't, so clearly you've got an issue there. So it's going to be more, if you're going out in extreme weather, maybe I'll possibly take the battery grip off. Canon battery feels solid, it feels better than the 50D ones. Screw it on. I mean, this is how I'll be shooting, because I do a lot of portrait as well. I do a lot of pet photography, so it's quite handy to be quick, because you have to be quite quick on the mark, and I hate having the elbow up in the air. You can kind of elbow someone in the face. Be good for weddings. to turn it on. Be quite different. That's another thing with the battery grip. So when I had the battery grip on my 50D, you could turn the camera on and off. You can't here. But still, hey. Hey, I've got a photo already. Yeah, it feels nice. Yeah, I like it. Doesn't feel too bad once it's in the hand. With this button being quite small up here, it's a little bit of stretch. I mean, I don't have the biggest hands. I don't have chipolatas. Yeah, it adds quite a lot of weight to the camera. I mean, that won't be too bad. When you have a big lens on it, like my 120-400 Sigma, it won't pull it down as much. It'll be quite balanced. Yeah, I'm generally overall impressed. I'll have to get a few sample images up. If you find me on Twitter at Vectis Photo, I'm on Facebook. I don't really use it that much. I possibly should. I do have a Flickr feed /Vectis Photo, and I do have Tumblr as well, which is often quite linked through my Twitters. You can find me through that as well. I look forward to hearing your comments. This is my first video. I'm new to this video stuff. I've always wanted to have a go at video. So do leave me some feedback. I would like to get more into it. I'd like to do some reviews, but I would like to help other budding photographers expand their knowledge, and we'll go from there. Alright, thank you, have a nice day.